about to go live, so
Yep.
doesn't look like it. Computer charger. Hello.
Good evening, all the beautiful Black people. We hope y'all are riding with us today. It's going to be our all ladies episode. All the men had football to watch. So make sure you joke them hard because they don't love y'all like we love y'all.
That's okay. We'll leave them in the lurch at some point.
Definitely. We should make them come on the 11th, but we know that they're not. So,
right.
Or Father's Day. I'm choosing violence tonight in their absence.
She is. Just a quick shout out of a few who have joined on Facebook. We have Maisha, Tiffany, Candace, Ashley. Hello, Emily, of course. Demario. Good to see you guys. Happy Sunday.
I'm trying to see who's on
YouTube.
Yeah. Massa Amar, Malian Baldiem is on there. Mimi Walker just chimed in.
Okay.
So yeah. All the usuals are popping in.
Cool.
All right, you ready to get it started?
Let's go. I don't have any notes, but I watched it and I paid attention.
Okay. Well,
I know. Depends on you. You got your book. You sharpened your
y'all make fun of me with my old-fashioned ways, but
that's all right. That's okay.
All right. So tonight we are at season 6, episode 4, The Book of the Stranger. And as we know, the Stranger is one of the points of the 7 stars. One of the 7 points in the star. The mother, maiden, crone, stranger, warrior, priest, something else, a whole bunch of stuff. Did that count to 7? I don't know. I'm using the new math. So we open up. Or do you want to open up? Do you want to talk first?
I'm sure I can open up. We open up at the wall, correct? With
yes.
Jon, Sansa. Well, Jon was saying he's given up being Lord Commander. So he's given it to his friend. I can never remember his name, Grin or Ren, whatever his name is.
That was Ed. Ed is the last one. Yeah, Pip and Grin are dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was killed by the giants. But yeah, Jon is giving up Lord Commander. He said his watch has ended. And Ed was trying to tell him, like, okay, no, it's a lifelong thing. He was like, nah, nigga, y'all killed me. I'm done. It's over. It's over. So as they're having that conversation, the bell rings or the indication that someone has arrived at the wall. Of course, we know that doesn't happen that often. So when it happened, Jon came downstairs and lo and behold, you see Sansa and the big woman, Brienne, and also, so it was a reunion that was interesting to see, especially when Sansa and Jon couldn't
get along. Yeah,
they did not get along at all. Sansa treated him badly for no reason. I guess she took a little Catelyn juice and was like, "Yeah, you bastard."
Yeah,
but yeah,
she did. She was following her mama, as most the young girls would.
Yeah, most of the oldest, that's what they do. Whatever the mother does, they emulate the mother. So whether they're right, wrong, or indifferent. So
yeah, because that's your mother. But anyway, so one of the funny things that happens that I like in this scene is Tormund falls in love, and Brienne's like, "Ooh, motherfucker, back up! You trying to? What is this? What is this energy you giving me?" He's like, you know, doing what he does,
or
and it's so funny.
As Candace put it, Tormund rocked up when Brienne came through that door.
See,
he stood at attention, baby.
This is Tormund. Bing. Okay.
Bing. That's what we're gonna do all night.
Instant ice.
He was happy. He was happy, Adam. That's right.
Oh my God. Yeah. And one of the things in the scene that I think is funny, because this is not what Jon had on when he got there, but when he comes out of the room and is on the battlement, he has on Stark clothes.
He does, yeah.
In the Stark fashion.
Yeah.
But that's not what he wore when he got there. He had on all black.
Right.
So that's one of those inconsistent mysteries that we'll never know, because D&D are Dumb and Dumber.
Right. So then we're still at the watch, and we move to Brienne, big woman, and she's with Davos and the red witch, Melisandre.
Mm-hmm.
And she had the unmitigated gall to be like, yeah, he told me right before I killed his ass. So
I mean, she stepped in that conversation. Now, Melisandre was trying to avoid what happened to Shireen, and Davos is like, what happened to Shireen? And why didn't she come back with you? And all she could say was that they're all dead. And that's when Brienne interjected into the conversation. And said, yeah, I killed that motherfucker because he killed Renly. I saw the demon baby come out of your snatch.
Right.
You know, she said, I might forgive, but I won't ever forget. So you gonna get yours. And then she walked off like, because that's what Brienne does.
He did that. Listen, her precious Renly may be dead, but vengeance is mine, said Brienne of Tarth. She will not forget.
She will not forget. Yeah. Renly was, I mean, you know, when they struck up their friendship, she understood who he was. He understood who she was. And her, that code of knightly honor, you know, that knightly code, you know, is so ingrained in her because that's all she wanted to be. Right. You know, and she was, and she is, and I love it. Yeah. Another thing that was important in that scene was
how it started.
Yeah. And how Jon and Sansa were sitting by the fire, and they were just having a little conversation, and she was like, please forgive me, you know, now I'm grown, now I'm no better, you know, and we have to save our home. And so she got him going on that part. Yeah.
And one thing that Brienne did, well, not Brienne, but when Davos, before Brienne even came up to Davos and Melisandre, Davos was like, hold up. What happened? She was like, what you mean what happened? Because Davos felt a little tinge in his heart when Melisandre called Jon the prince who was promised. Davos was like, hold on.
Said, what happened? Yeah, you was all up his dick and everything. Anyway.
So yeah, so that was important because Davos is asking the right questions and not getting the answers that he needs. Right. He's trying to find Shireen and see what's going on with her. I don't know if he realizes. Does he realize that she's dead at this point?
All that Melisandre says is that she is dead. The whole family is dead. Yeah. She doesn't say how. She doesn't say they were captured. She doesn't. So in his mind, he's thinking the Boltons captured Selyse and
Police, yeah.
Shireen,
And Shireen, yeah.
and probably killed them.
Almost like when you break your mama's TV and then she comes home from work and tries to turn it on. And she's like, what's wrong with the TV? And you're like, I don't know.
Maybe you didn't pay the cable bill this month.
Knowing good and well you broke it. Knowing good and well you threw that VR remote into the television and broke it. So, yeah.
Now that's funny. All right. So next we go to the Vale. Yeah. That's right, Rashad. Davos is so tight, and that little deer, yeah. Oh, that just hurt me when we see that, when he finds it, and it's all burnt up.
I'm sorry. Before we go to the Vale, Jon gets that letter from Ramsay.
Is saying that he has it? I thought he got that later on.
Maybe he got it later. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I got it in the note. Yeah, near the end.
Let me be quiet.
No, you're fine. So now we're at the Vale. And Littlefinger is Littlefingering.
You said it.
That's what he does. We done made it a verb. He's LittleFingering. So he has a present of a falcon for young Robin, who is at archery practice and can't even get that thing. It's like burp, and drops in front of him. And Lord Royce is like, this motherfucker. Oh my God, I got to teach this. So that's the thing.
How did the arrow go? He couldn't get it up?
No, he couldn't get it up.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
You walked into it.
We are not having that kind of night tonight.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, we are. We have that shit every week. It don't fucking matter. And then so Littlefinger bought Robin a falcon because he missed his name day, and they start talking about things that have happened, and Lord Royce interjects that, we got a note from the Boltons that Sansa has been married to Ramsay, and all the stuff that's going on. And Littlefinger flips it on him like he does and says, but you were the only one who knew where we were going. So how did we get set upon by a bunch of Bolton men if I told you and you were the only one who knew?
Yep.
And then Robin's like, well, she is my cousin, and we need to kind of help her. So whatever we need to do to help her, we'll help her, Uncle Peter. And then Littlefinger is continuing to question Lord Royce's loyalty to the Vale. And as we know, in the House of the Dragon, once upon a time, the Royce family ruled the Vale because Daemon used the divorce rock to kill his wife, Rhea Royce. Yeah. So they're, pretty high up. But so that's going on there. And what you want to say about Littlefingering, because he was doing his thing.
Littlefinger strategically places himself in places that continue to elevate him.
Definitely.
When he was around Selyse, goodness, what's that girl's name? Ugly girl. Lysa. When he was around Lysa, he's smart. You got to give it to him. He's smart. He wants power. But he looked at her at that 12-year-old on her lap, sucking her titty, and was like, yeah, this is even when Lysa's gone, this is a relationship that I'm going to be able to control. So I give him his props for being as diabolical as he was, even though I can't stand it still.
Yeah, well, we love to hate Littlefinger.
Yeah,
that's all it is. That's all I can tell you. Is that all we want to say about that?
That's it.
Okay.
He did Lori Royce wrong. Royce didn't do nothing to you, man. I like Royce.
Yeah, he's been a straight arrow. And don't forget his son was killed in the very first episode. So, you know, sending your boys to the wall because that's family honor.
Yeah.
Get sliced up by the White Walkers on the first day. Damn, that's fucked up. Ain't no job security at the wall. All right.
Yes, it is. You can have that eternal job of walking around with blue eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. I'll keep my brown eyes. Thank you very much. So now we move over to Marine. And Littlefinger picks the. That is true.
Yep.
That is very true, Amanda.
Yep. Robin, Lysa, Sansa, Catelyn. We know her tail was weak-minded. Lord.
Yeah. No, that's just dull-minded. That's a whole different animal. So we are in Marine, and Tyrion, Grey Worm, and Missandei are meeting with the masters of Ostenpur, Yunkai, and the Slavers Bay representatives. Talking about, they'll give the queen 10,000 ships, and she can sail her ass out of here. We want to resume what we're doing because we was rich. We all rich. We want to stay rich, and we want y'all gone. And so Tyrion is having to really convince Grey Worm and Missandei that he knows what he's doing. You know, you don't make peace with your friends, you make peace with your enemies. But you go in with your eyes wide open because you know that they're looking to get the best deal that they can for themselves. So you know that they're going to be, as selfish as possible to get as much as they can. But you know that you only going to give so much. So they feel like, oh, well, he's giving me what I want. And, kind of drawing them in. So you know where your enemies are and how they are. What you got to say?
I wished that Missandei had smacked the living crap out of Tyrion because he was getting on my nerves. How are you going to sit here and negotiate with these people? I understand what he was trying to do, but Tyrion, and I don't care what Leslie says, Tyrion thinks he knows everything and he doesn't. Like, take somebody else's opinion and their experience into consideration. Nobody cares that you grew up rich. We don't care. Yeah. We don't care that you made the trenches for all the shit to roll out of Casterly Rock. We do not care. You are not helping in this situation. The only thing that you're doing is appeasing these slave masters to try and buy time until Dany gets back and makes the actual decision.
Right.
But I just wish he had done it in a way where it wasn't like, oh, we'll give you 7 years to stop slavery. And like Missandei said, you was a slave for 2 days.
And that wasn't long enough to understand. You had the experience, yes, but that wasn't long enough to understand it intrinsically. You don't know how gross these people can be. Because they just want what they want when they want it. And they're like, go get it. Do this. Do that. And, getting beat for no reason just because somebody's in a bad mood or, different things like that.
But it also shows you why Dany has the people around her that she does. I mean, Dany's she's young and she can have her moments, but there's a reason you chose to have people who were formerly slaves to follow you. There's a reason. They're loyal. They're not going to necessarily be the smartest person in the room. So you need somebody who's going to sit there and who's going to affirm you and who's not going to question you a whole lot. So yeah, it's just sad because they're both have tan on their skin, or their skin is tan. Yeah. And I feel like at this point they're being used by both Dany and Tyrion.
Yeah. And that's why the freed slaves, when they approach Grey Worm, they're like, you gonna sit up here and drink with these motherfuckers and be against us. And he's like, you know, I'm a warrior, I'm not a politician. And that's about all he could say, because that's true. Some of the politics and different things, it takes a different understanding, and all Grey Worm knows is war, fighting, death, you know, keep control kind of things.
I think I heard one of them slaves go, Uncle Thomas, nigga. They leave Grey Worm alone.
Grey Worm is doing his thing. You better be glad he's on your side. He's still on your side.
But that's where I feel like no, I ain't gonna use that analogy. They're torn in they have allegiance to Dany, but then they have their people being like,
right,
you a sellout. What are you doing? So it's definitely a choice that Grey Worm and Missandei have to make, and there's consequences to those choices.
Right. Very much so. Very much so. So next we are at the Vias Dothrak with Jorah the Explorer and Daario 2.0. And they are up on the cliffs, and they're looking down on the precipice on the village. And Jorah's like, okay, we gotta hide our weapons up here because we can't roll into town with them, because then they'll know we don't belong.
Right.
And of course, Daario has his naked woman knife. He's like, okay, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. And you know, ultimately we find out he doesn't. But as he's handing his other weapons to Jorah, he sees the grayscale for the first time.
Yeah.
And he's like, ugh.
Right.
You got herpes, nigga. So
he was like, nah, you didn't touch it. You good. But no, even before that, y'all know I'm not a fan of Daario 2.0. You know this. You know this. However, the way he was cooking.
Yes, Jorah got skewered.
He was like, I know how she is. You can't keep up with her, bro.
You'll die of a heart attack. He's like, I'm having trouble at my age, and I'm a young man.
I was dying for Jorah. And he was, can you imagine? He's just standing there like, yeah, I got this grayscale too. He was doubting himself. Yeah, no, you couldn't compete, bro. That's one area where you couldn't compete, where I would root for Daario, because Jorah, it ain't it. Jorah ain't it.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh gosh. So then so that's a short scene. And then we pop back to King's Landing for a while. And we are with the High Sparrow and Margaery.
His dirty stinky tail.
So
I'm from camera because you all trying to act like I have somebody under my table. The IT man is not here tonight.
Okay.
He is not in town.
Oh my God. Okay. So Septa Unella drops Margaery off at the
Eric Johnson on YouTube said that thing is yanking, Unc. You best sit it out.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right, so we're at King's Landing, and the High Sparrow is popping that yang at Margaery, talking about the different stories and stuff, and then he relays the story of his life, and how he became rich and powerful and famous and everything, and then he kind of partied himself out and just kind of walked off and left it all. He was what would he say? He was a cobbler, which is a shoemaker. And he made the finest shoes and this and that, and everybody loved him, and paid him money, and he made custom shoes and all of this, and had the best wine and the prettiest women and the best parties, and everybody, maybe he was the P. Diddy of his region. We don't know. Everybody wanted to go to his parties because he could party like that.
Now he got gangrene in between his toes.
I don't know who would win between him or Pigpen from Charlie Brown. I just they're running neck and neck for me. Yeah. So he's talking to Margaery about confessing her sins and different things, and starts going on about the Book of the Stranger, and Marjorie's like, well, yes, Septa Unella reads that to me often, and she starts quoting from it as well. And so she's listening to what he's saying so that she can figure out a way to get out of this damn mess. And then he allows her to I'm so sorry, y'all are killing me. Oh God, not wet as for the fermented crab for Jorah. Okay. Oh. So he allows her to have a visit with Loras. And Loras is toe up from the flow up. That motherfucker is so low.
Yeah, he's bad.
Yeah. And it's she's like, hold on, we're gonna get out of this mess. You got to be strong. You're the future of our house.
Are you?
Did you see my face?
Artificial inseminations.
Mystery visits in the middle of the night. Never mind. So
a turkey based.
Do they have turkey in Westeros?
I don't know. Oliver would know. When Oliver on in there to get the gold, and then yeah. Because at this point he was still, I guess it's not happening now, of course, but let's say once upon a time when he was supposed to marry Cersei. Send Oliver in there to get that collect on the juice.
Yeah. she likes some young, like land sale. Yeah. Right. That's her type. So they have a short visit. Yeah, you know what? Barely holding on to God's unchanging arm. You are so right. Because he must have been kissing the floor, because she had to pick him all the way up, because he was just, and then he's been kissing the floor. I don't know if he misses all his boyfriends or what that is, but yeah, he's having to hold on to God's unchanging hand. Amen. Amen, Ashley. That's funny.
Loras was struggling.
I'm so sorry for the poor baby. Everybody knows Tyrell men are weak and the women run the show.
You stop talking about Mace.
He's the lunch leader. He's the perpetual lunch line leader. You better know it. So then we move on to the Red Keep, and we go into Tommen's quarters, and Maester Pycelle is jaw-jacking. That's the only way I can describe him. Jaw-jacking. Because he's I don't even know what he was trying to say to him, because he was like, get the fuck out of here. Anyway,
Pycelle knew what he was doing. He just wanted to piss Cersei off. Yeah.
And did.
Oh, yeah.
But these days it don't take much. So Candace Williams says, I feel like they're throwing ass at Loras and
putting it just in his reach, and then
yank it away like a bungee cord.
Confess. Have a dude in front of him twerking.
I think he gets that confused with come first. But I could be wrong.
Queen Mother.
See, this is why they don't need to. This is why they don't need to let me loose like this.
See, y'all.
I ain't got no distractions tonight.
Nope. Number one and number two ain't even here, and you acting up.
I ain't even got no quick to stop me. Vera on the loose.
TK Harvey ain't here and you still acting up.
See? Help me, mother. They out here ass snatching. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to get myself back together. I'm the adult. Okay.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
So Cersei comes in and runs Pycelle out. And she and Tommen are just talking about how things are and that she's going to help get Margaery back because that's who he wants and, he loves and all of this. And he just, again, he is a little boy who was not taught to rule. And now that he has his mother back, that's his other anchor. And now she's supposed to get his wife back. And so then they go to a small council meeting with Uncle Kevan and Lady Olenna, OG Olenna. And they're talking about how the High Sparrow has said that Margaery is going to have to do a walk.
Yeah.
And Olenna's like, oh, hell no.
Yep.
We're not going for that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jaime starts talking about getting the armies together and rushing the set.
And this is actually where they're smart. Like, of course, we know Cersei and we know what happens, but this is where Cersei and Jaime are smart to try and, if you can't beat them, join them type deal.
Right.
To try and show a united front to get in front of the High Septon, the High Sparrow.
Yeah.
To make sure that Margaery is acquired and Loras is acquired, and rule essentially is given back to the Lannisters versus these dirty ass running through the street.
These dirty motherfuckers with burlap robes on, yeah.
Yeah.
So then we are on a ship. And we are arriving at Pike. So we're with Theon now. So we know Theon left Sansa in the woods with Brienne and Podrick. We know that they're now at Castle Black. So now we see Theon arriving home. And when he gets there, he finds out that his father Balon is dead.
Right.
Now, he doesn't know his uncle's there yet.
Pause real quick. It's funny. Yeah, sure, Theon. I want to go home and whatever. I want to go back home. No, you don't want to face Jon because you knew he's about to be in your ass. Let's be real.
That's all you have left.
Let's be real. I ain't got no soft shit, nothing to get cut off. All you got is that Bucci cat. And that Bucci cat was about to get served up to Loras because of what you did to the Stark family. So, yeah, stay here and act like you just want to go back home. Yeah. You don't even know what it looks like. You didn't even know your sister was your sister when you first came back here. So let's just be crystal clear. But you're going to tell us you want to go out of honor. Okay, all right. We'll take it.
So he gets there, and Yara's like, "What the fuck are you doing here? You don't live here no more. Why are you here? Did you find out father was dead and you want to lead the King's Moot now?" And he's still got that slave mindset. Yeah, he's still entrapped. And he's like, "I don't want to rule. I can't rule. He broke me to 1,000 pieces." And she's like, "Yeah, we got one of those pieces. It was fucked up." And so they're just kind of going back and forth about the King's Moot and who should rule. And, he's like, "I will put my support behind you. You should rule, and I will speak in your favor, as the last living son, because he ain't got no, like you said, he ain't got no sausage."
He said, "I don't need spermicide because I ain't got no sperm, sis. You're going to have to do it. I can't make no errors. You got it."
She do have bigger balls, but that's another story for another time. Okay, word. Praise of the day. Bucci cat. A cat of the Bucci variety. Why, thank you so much for that wonderful
such
lexicographer input. Oh my God. Oh God. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. So yeah, that's about all that happened there.
Yeah.
So then we are back at Winterfell. Um, and we see that Osha. So at the end of the last episode, Rickon and Osha were brought in by Lord Umber,
Oh, the
Small
humble.
John Umber, who is now leading the House of Umber. And Shaggy Dog was on the hook, just hanging around, you know. So poor Shaggy Dog, man, these wolves, they just got fucked up. Y'all should have left them in the woods.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
we wouldn't have Ghost
yeah. Ghost is a
or
survivor.
Nymeria.
Yeah, Nymeria. Nymeria broke free from him, so she will live and propagate. So, but so now we're back at Winterfell, and Osha has been cleaned up and is being brought to Lord Ramsay.
I refuse to call him Lord anything. Nope.
Lord Bolton. So she's, going through trying to seduce him, trying to get him off track. Yeah, so if you go into a room and somebody's already has a knife in their hand, please know that knife is not going anywhere except into you, unfortunately. So she starts trying to seduce him and make him think other things, get his mind off of other things. And he starts talking about, Rickon, and they were missing, and who helped him, and all the things that he found out from Theon, who told him everything, of course, and of course who she is. And she's trying to reach over on the table, and get a knife that's on the table that she saw when she came in. And Ramsay got a knife in his hand.
Yeah.
And so she is dispatched most hastily with a knife in the neck.
At least she went quick, because that's one of your major arteries right here, isn't it?
So, yeah. So once that gets cut open, 10 seconds, you're just like, boom. Yeah, you're gone.
Not the kind of knife play she was wanting.
Yeah, no. And of course, we think Ramsay is a fairly good swordsman, because he supposedly is always fucking somebody. The way he used to tear up Charlotte, but she wasn't but 90 pounds soaking wet, no way. So, wow, this is going to be a short show tonight.
All right, that's fine with me. I got her to do so.
Oh my gosh. So now we are back at Castle Black.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at the gate again. So there's a horn, the gate opens, and it's a Bolton rider with a letter for Jon.
Oh, yeah.
And oh, what a letter it is. I'm like, could you choose another word?
Listen. I give props to Sansa in her communication. In her communication she said already with Jon, she has grown so much. And I know some people don't like it, but it's actually true. And I'm dealing with this now with a new client I have who is the worst. OHIO. You get your greatest growth with your greatest challenges. So
definitely.
Yeah. So Sansa has learned a lot through all of her challenges.
And she's starting to use those things. She learned a whole lot hanging out with Littlefinger. And you're starting to see how she's using that.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll continue to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Very wisely.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
So Jon is reading the letter, and he's like, "We've got your brother, bastard, and we want you to come try to get him, bastard." And just I'm like, so ain't you a bastard too?
Yeah.
Why are we projecting like we not? Because whether you are Lord Bolton or not, you still a bastard because you stabbed your own damn daddy and fed your stepmama and baby brother to the dogs. The fuck?
Yeah. How quickly we forget.
Yeah. Oh, so now I'm all shiny and brand new because I'm Lord Bolton. Bitch, no.
Yeah, he tried it.
So, and then Sansa, takes the letter. He's like, I'm just not going to read anymore because it just says more of the same thing. And so Sansa continues reading it.
Yeah.
And talking about Rickon and what they're going to do. And, we have your brother. We want you to come get him. You can try to get him, but you're not going to get him because we're going to get you before you can get him. Well, that's obvious. And Sansa's trying to start letting Jon know this motherfucker is crazy. He's really real. You're the only other son of the true warden of the North. So you, as the elder brother, you need to go, and we need to get this thing going. Then they start talking about who's got how many troops, and Sansa says she heard the number 5,000. And Jon and Tormund are sitting there, and Tormund's like, we only got 2,000, and some of them are women and children.
Yeah.
So we, we ain't doing too good.
We don't have enough.
Yeah, not enough for that. So
I'll be right back.
Okay. So yeah, we are just all around trying to stay with get through this letter, and they just don't get me started on Ramsay Bolton. I could go for like 30 minutes just on Ramsay Bolton, but I won't. Give me some comments, CJ. Mal DM says, I wonder if Sansa subconsciously used Jon to oust Ramsay. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting supposition. Did you hear what I said?
How though? To oust Ramsay?
To oust.
Okay.
Yeah, because Jon was fixing to retire to the North or wherever and just be on a farm by himself, because he was like, they done killed me, so my oath to the Night's Watch is over with. I ain't got to deal with them motherfuckers.
Right.
I'm tired of fighting.
I have to kill my babe.
Yeah. I'm tired of fighting for everybody. I just wanna live. I don't want to be nobody's leader. Leave me the fuck alone.
I ain't got nobody to use my mouth on. It's okay. It's all right. There's always somebody willing.
Hey, he'll find him another redhead, but that's another story. So, hey, there's always Tormund. But anyway, that was evil. But yeah, so I could see how Sansa is trying to boost Jon up so he'll get back into that fighting mindset and get their home back. Because Winterfell is the only home that they have ever known. And, once they, parted company on the King's Road and they went south, Ned, Sansa, and Arya went south, and Jon went north to the Wall, to Castle Black. That was the last time they saw each other. And then, so now we're back together. We have 2 family members back together. Woo woo! Counting them up. But yeah, she's trying to get him back into that mindset so that he will want to fight.
When she needs that, because he's pretty defeated. Like, his people just killed him. He's right now in the television series. He's defeated. Cersei's defeated. You got a lot of people walking around just sullen. Dany's defeated. Well, not for long. Not for long.
So now we go back to the Vias Dothrak, And
yeah, baby, let them on fire. Yes, I'm sorry.
Hot stuff, baby, this evening. Okay, sorry. Disco flashback. I'm so sorry.
You know, TK would insert a TK joke right now.
Oh, he'll pick up the soundbite. I'm so sure. So, so in the last episode, Danny, so in was it this episode? Yeah. So after they hid their stuff and went down in the village, they wound up killing 2 of the people who were out in the street celebration, and they had to make it look like an accident. So Dario beat one dude's head with a rock, make it look. I was like, damn, that's kind of squishy, dude. But anyway, and it was so funny too, because Jorah was actually getting his ass handed to him fully. Like, let me put it on the platter for you and serve it to you with some steak sauce on the side.
Right.
So
I would have just started wiping my grayscale on people.
There you go. You got a weapon. You got a weapon. They'll be like, oh, and then run off. So yeah, he didn't use the weapon he had. But anyway, so they, Danny and one of the young Khaleesi widows, young Khal widows, go out so she can go to the bathroom. And Dario and Jorah grab them and like, come on, let's go. And she's like, no. We're gonna take over this thing. We're gonna get everybody on our side. And so she gets girl. She's like, Dario, don't hurt her. She's with me. She's on my side. And then we see the 2, I guess the 2 head widows take her before the Council of Khals. Right. And they sitting there talking about dividing up whoever and you know what village they're going to attack next. You know what they do. Yeah, and that the masters of Ostapor and Yunkai will give them 10,000 horses if they can have her. And they're like, damn, that's a lot of horses. We need to go ahead and make that trade. So she comes in and they're talking all this stuff. Like, you know, you should have come here when your husband died and all this other stuff. And, you know, we have to decide what to do with you. We're going to trade you for 10,000 horses and we're going to do this. And so then Danny, of course, starts talking like she talks. She lets them all talk. And they are talking some cash shit. Trust and believe. And she's like, no, that's not what's going to happen. and they laugh at her because they're like, you wish you had some power here. You have no power here. You have no voice. We decide what is going to happen to you. You know, we'll all of us, you know, run you through. And then after that, then the horses can run you through. I'm like, damn. So she's gonna be the New Holland Tunnel. What is going on? So she walks around. She's like, no, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna touch me. And then she grabs 2 of the fire chambers that are around. She's like, I would allow you to follow me, but nope, you're gonna die. And then she starts throwing the fire pits. That is so, and they like, oh shit, here we go. You know. So all I can say is barbecue's done.
We had us a good old cow barbecue.
I mean,
burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno. Okay.
Yeah, I can't dance.
There's another soundbite for TK. Shit. Fuck me. Anyway.
And then she walks out, booking Nikki. Where is Leslie when you need him?
I know.
And Carlton.
Because, of course, her clothes would have burned off again. But he is the unburnt mother of dragons. And she, so the whole building is on fire and everybody's coming around and they're like, oh my God, all the cows are dead. And then she walks out and everybody starts, dropping down, bow down, kind of thing. And then Daario and Jorah. Now, this is the second time Jorah has seen this shit. So it can't be a surprise to him.
Of course not.
Yeah. But Daario does have that look of wonderment on his face. Like,
rock hard. Rock hard.
Like, I knew she was, I knew she was the dragon. She had the heart of a dragon, but oh my God. Oh, so yeah, he fell in love even more.
His nigga done jizzed his armor like Daario. Don't come out of corrugated metal, sir.
Yes. So that is the episode. So now she is the queen of the Dothraki.
What do you? Well, she's Khaleesi. I wonder if is the name different when they're not, like, there is no cow.
No, because their place is the Dosh Kalin. So I guess that's the house of the khals widows. I don't know. I don't speak the Dothraki. That's just a guess from the context. But that's what it is. That's all it is. Let me see. Daario says, Kim, that's Mama Kim Wyatt. Hey, Mama Kim. She said, hey, Daario said, I knew she was hot, but my damn.
Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot.
Yeah. They all want me, Let me see. What else?
It was good, Mama Kim.
Oh, gosh. Let me see. I'm just trying to go through some of the comments on YouTube. Okay, so is that about Sansa? Let me see. I think that's about Sansa. Yeah. So Mal DM said she had to learn some cunning from Littlefinger. Yes. And then Mimi Walker comments, "Oops." After that, she can't fight or unite armies on her own. Not right now. Not right now. And then
Noir Gente said Danny was like, "Let me cook."
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's good.
Oh wow.
Y'all been fun tonight.
Oh, Mama Wyatt also said, "Damn Lions, Lannisters, or Detroit, working my nerves." Still enjoying them games, huh?
Listen, R.I.P. to Ravens. Had my baby in here bawling. He was like,
no.
I didn't laugh.
Oh, that's so awful.
I just like, I'm sorry. He loves the more, so
okay.
Hey, we're U of L. We're a U of L family, so yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It'll be okay. It's just a football game, baby. It's just a football game.
Oh no, the Lions lost.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna have to get off from here and go catch up on that.
Yeah.
So, if no one else,
any other questions? We did this in an hour. That's beautiful. You still have time to go get you whatever you need to get you tonight before work tomorrow.
That still leaves a lot. Okay.
A lot.
A lot. Because I don't have to be to work until the afternoon.
Ooh. Oh no. I'm up at 5.
Oh yeah.
I don't need that no more. I work out before I work. So yeah.
I'll work out when I get up about 10 o'clock. Oh my God. Okay. So thank you all for watching Watch Them Thrones with Lit Cersei and Queen Mother. Thanks. And we've had a lot of fun this week in the comments making our new name. So that's why my name is that tonight.
The name a lot. Sorry guys.
Oh yeah, the name generator that somebody put in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the Queen of Fire and Storm. So that's
like
what
it.
I'm
Queen
like
of Knives. Knives and 9 lives, baby. That's who she is.
Meow meow. Anyway. So thank you all lovely Black people for coming in with us.
Yes, thank you.
We will be back looking like the Negro Brady Bunch next week, probably with at least 6 people.
Maybe, who knows?
Well, so
somebody will be here. Y'all join.
That's right. I didn't pull out one knife tonight. So there you go.
Bruce. Thank you, Big Bruce.
Thank you. So we wish you good evening, good night. We'll see you next week.
Go forth and conquer.
Go forth and conquer. It's Monday. Climb that hill.
Yes.
Yay!
Derby's in 100 days. 99 days. 99 days.